Hello, everybody. Good
Good
morning.
morning.
And
Good
this
afternoon.
week is Wim.
Ya, hari ini terakhir kali dari
Oh,
Almere.
this is the
Minggu
last
depan dan
day that they are online from Almere. And hopefully next week from Schiphol, from the airport.
that's going to be amazing.
Yeah, that would be fun. And
That's
all
going to
the
be
events are
fantastic.
there. And Dagmar and Philip.
Yeah,
Hello, Ernst. Hello, Marion. And Michael, good morning. And Rob de Leeuw. Good morning, guys. And Reinal
hello.
is there. Selamat pagi, selamat siang, selamat sore, selamat malam. He's doing the whole
And
race.
yeah,
Hi, Herm. Goedemorgen.
and
I
Marion,
was
I hope.
just, yeah, we are still split it up. So I was just thinking how absolutely amazing this is, everything. I mean, next week it is exactly 2 years, 52 weeks per year, so 104 streams. And it's not only that you guys log in with us, but you also log in with each other. And you wish each other good morning and a nice weekend. And everybody has become friends in these 2 years, which is, I think it's pretty amazing, right?
Yeah, it's a community building.
Absolutely.
Ja.
Hi Zin, goedemorgen. En Albert en Sonja, goedemorgen. Jaap? Oh,
And,
wow. That's a long time ago. Hi Jaap. And
Hello, Jaap.
another, and that is Yvonne number 4 is also there. So now we can start. And Jose, Jose, did you already pack your bags? And
Yeah, people are ready to rock and roll.
Good morning. Hopefully next week she will be on the stream at Talassa. Hopefully our internet will be working next week. I keep my fingers crossed.
Yeah,
So,
I have to say it's you're looking pretty good from here.
Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. No.
And by the way, Marion, I hope my suggestions were somewhat useful in terms of flights.
Yeah, we Opa will Lieshout. He was confronted with a schedule change by Garuda, forcing him to be 32 hours on the way, which really sucks.
Yeah.
And
That's not nice at all.
Bill, don't give up yet. We always have Paul and Yvonne, and Paul is really smart in finding you good flights. So don't give up yet. I'm happy everything is getting better with your wife, though.
Mm. Yeah. Oh, that's good news.
Yeah. Guten Morgen, Katrin.
Hi, Katrin.
When are you coming?
Yeah.
We have to catch up.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, since last week, we have additional guests. We had one guest checking out here on Lembe. You had a big group checking in Manado.
Yes, and they're still here. They're 10.
Yeah.
It's not that big, but it's 10 guests. And then we had Jolisa, who is now at your place.
Yeah.
So yeah, 11 Dutch people here. Even for a very short while, it was 12 with Jan.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, okay. Let's say that this group keeps me on my toes, and it's fun. But there are 8 students aging 17 to 19 years old. Well, there's one of 20 years old, and they're doing a project with our school. And they are from, how do you call that in Holland? MBO? Middelbare beroepsonderwijs.
Vocational.
Yeah, it's a vocational high school, and their direction is sports. So they're doing all kinds of uh, games and sports with the kids from our school. And they do additional things too. They are learning how to dive. So Fendi and me, we have been teaching the open water course in the pool this week, which really was a handful, two hands full, four hands full actually. And Monday
Right.
we go to open water. And this morning they did an introduction for mermaid swimming, free diving, and the whole team, including their Indonesian buddies, did yoga. So we had a really, really busy morning on top of all the technical things that we don't have any control over, like um, problems with electricity, no internet, and all that kind of stuff. So interesting week, an
So
interesting
very
week.
eventful to say the least. Hi, Raymond. Nice to see you. Make sure if you haven't seen it yet, make sure you check out the stream we did with Raymond a couple of weeks ago. It's very interesting about black water diving. And yeah, I agree, Albert. Singapore seems to be one of the better options.
Yeah,
They fly on Tuesdays.
yeah, there are lots of flights from Jakarta to Manado, guys. So if
Hmm.
you only get a reasonable price ticket from Jakarta, from Amsterdam to Jakarta, then we can help to find you a flight here if that's complicated. We can even book it for you, and then you refund us when you are here, because the ongoing flight with Garuda is really crazy, and even the kids, the group of school kids that is here now, that have to fly back to Amsterdam, they had a change in schedule as well, and they have a layover of 14 hours
Oof, in
in Jakarta.
Jakarta.
Yeah,
Wow. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Jakarta
So
is not the most luxurious airport, let's say.
no, well, and yeah, one of the teachers complained, and now they can go to the lounge, but that doesn't really help. Anyway, but Rob says that Emirates flies on Jakarta, and that is true. There are more companies flying on Jakarta, so it really depends on how good a price you can get. And then from Jakarta to Manado, if I'm not mistaken, there used to be 7 flights every day. I think now it's still 5, but for sure you don't have to wait for 12 or 14 hours to get on a flight.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really not done. Yeah.
No, let's hope that we get the very nice Singapore Airlines Scoot connection restored again.
Well, that one
At
is
least
flying.
what I mean is, yeah, but 4 times a week like it used to be, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's now 2 times per week, but
Yeah.
I think they will do that. I mean,
Yeah.
the number of bookings are slowly increasing, and I think it will not take. I think by September, I think the situation will already be better. I think. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And Hedem agrees. It's
Yeah.
so far the best and shortest flight.
Yes, definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Morning, Pete.
So yeah.
Yes,
But
Marion. Batik Air is a sub company from Lion Air, which is one of the bigger airlines here in Indonesia. It's okay. They are okay.
it's just another airline.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So
but yeah, you were having fun. I didn't have any time to prepare anything, and besides that, we don't have enough internet to send you stuff from here.
yeah,
Um,
it's
but, so you improvised, right? You made everything in Lembe this time, which is good.
yeah. So we have a guest here. She was featured couple of weeks ago during one of our earlier live streams, and her name is Vinnieke. She's a local. She is from
She was our
Jakarta, from
first guest.
Bandung. Yeah, yeah. She was our first guest, staying in the villa in Manado, and yeah, basically she loves to come by every weekend. She loves diving. She dives even though she's terrified of deep water, but she will explain to you about that in the oncoming interview. And yeah, and it's just lovely to have her around. And every weekend she's here.
Yeah.
She bought a camera. She's completely into it, and she's totally enjoying the diving in North Sulawesi at the moment. So
Mm.
yeah, and for the
Who,
past 3 times, 4 times now, she's been coming here over in Lembe.
over the weekends, yeah. And
Yeah,
who is
yeah,
her guide? Irfan.
yeah. Irfan is the guide at the moment until we get more than 4 guests. But yeah, he's taking very good care of her, and he does a great job of spotting anything that he can find and putting it in front of, well, not literally, but getting Vinnica's lens in front of the subject. So yeah.
Yeah. I think in Indonesia, Vinnieke is one of our most loyal fans, right?
Yeah, yeah, and so we also have some other local guests here, Fanda,
Oh,
and
Panda, yeah.
a friend
Very
of her
supportive.
and her daughter. Yeah, 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 and her daughter was she's now diving with them as well.
Mm.
She was saying, "Hey, now instead of only one, you have two brand ambassadors at your resort." So because they're constantly
Yeah, yeah,
promoting Thalassa to each other, so it's very nice
yeah,
to see
yeah.
that.
And to me, she was sending
Mm,
me a message. I'm in your place now, and you have really, really nice places. She said. And Fanda was the one that had her birthday or her husband's birthday last week.
yeah, 2 weeks
That's
ago, I think.
Is it already 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, I believe
No,
so. Yeah,
really.
because last week we did our Rogue episode.
Oh yeah, true, true.
Um, so yeah, that was yeah. Time flies. It's
Oh,
crazy.
yes.
But anyway, always lovely, and it's nice to see Finneke's infectious enthusiasm for diving. But
Mm.
so I took the time this week to sit down with her and ask her a couple of questions. And what I tried to do is I tried to approach the interview as an interview would be like with, let's say, a professional photographer. Vinnieke
Okay.
is a beginner. She is a she used to be a GoPro diver for a very long time, and thanks to muck diving, she decided, you know what, I need a better camera. I need something that I can not just video but also photograph decently. All the small stuff, all the critters and the creatures and the weird aliens in Lembe with. So we talked about that, and I tried to approach it that way, and basically, yeah, just let her tell her story and experiences, and hopefully you find that interesting.
That will be very, very nice. Looking forward to seeing that.
Okay, hi Rob.
I know.
Yes, bladduiken.
Yeah,
All right, so shall we take a look at the interview?
I think that's a good idea.
All right.
I'm very much looking forward to it because I don't know what you're going to show. So it's a surprise.
Yeah. Okay, so here is our guest, Vinnieke.
I'm Vinnieke Rianto. I'm an Indonesian. I was born in Bandung. That's about 2 hours from Jakarta. So how to say, a Japanese Chinese born Indonesian. So basically, I really like diving here, but only here. For some reason, I feel safe here. So about 1 year ago, I got an offer to move to transfer from my company. It's a different company but same group. So I took the transfer, and so now I'm working in about 1 hour and a half from Lembe. I was actually afraid of deep water because as a child I drowned. So then I avoid water until 2017. That was when my friend, for some reason, she asked me to go in a group to go to Derawan near Kalimantan. It's a very nice diving site, but well, obviously I'm not a diver back then. None of my friends were, so we just went there as to do like a snorkeling and island hopping kind of thing. So well, I was very afraid of the oceans in 2017. I did not want to wear the fin because I'm also afraid of the fin for some reason. And then, but the guide in Derawan. He was very patient, and he told me just not wearing anything, just my mask and my snorkel. And he dragged me for like 1 kilometer. There is like a very nice stretch of colorful coral. I don't know what's there. Just for like 15 minutes, it's all just colors, colors, and colors. I can only see colors basically. So that's well, I feel like it's something I need to explore. So 2017, I took an open water course in Jakarta from the instructor was a friend of a friend's. Again, I was very afraid of the water. For other people, they have like 1 weekend for pool training in the pool. Then they go to the ocean for the certification. I took 6 weekend before I dare to go to the ocean and take the certification. So after that, a friend of I still want to do some diving. So a friend of a friend back then recommend me to why don't you go to Thalassa? They heard it was very nice, very professional, and blah blah blah. So he never went there. My friends, they never went to Thalassa. They just always wanted to go there, but never. So yeah, I just try for like a long weekend about 2017, about 6 dive only. I like the place. I don't know why, but if you've been to Thalassa, Molas, you know there is an atmosphere there, and I don't know. I just like it. So then I asked my cousins who want to take open water also. I told her like, shall we go to Thalassa again for like 3 weeks, a bit long vacations where I can take advanced course and maybe try to learn again to learn diving properly. So then 2017, late 2017, my cousin took the open water in Thalassa while I took the advanced with Simon. I could not forget the way when I do the diving, I always stay very far from the objects because to me it's already like close, and I don't want to touch anything, and I'm afraid of everything. But the first time I was trained with Simon on the buoyancy, I was looking at this nice clownfish anemone and very very far away. I didn't know it was far. I thought it's very near. But then Simon just grabbed my face and pulled me to the clownfish and the anemone, which is then I realized for the first time I realized that I am actually very very far from the clownfish. So that built like how to say more confidence level in me, and I feel like I know more or less like the definition of distance in the water, like whether it's near or far. So I owe that to Simon and buoyancy also, because after that advanced training, I get better a little bit. But I'm still afraid of the water for a long time. I still, whenever I do back roll, I always like, please God, can I not do this?
But you still do it.
Yes. Again, it's very lovely down there. Once it's just very scary to go down, but once you are down there, it's peaceful and somehow less scary. But again, to tell you the truth, I've been doing maybe almost 300 dives. I stopped counting after 150. but about 300 dives, and I would say maybe 90% of it, I don't know, 200 something dive with Thalassa. So because I'm very scared of a lot of things, diving also the same thing. I did not, I don't know, for some reason when I dive with Thalassa guides, I feel maybe it's because I know them very well, so I know that they will not let me die down there. Finger crossed.
That doesn't happen.
Yeah. I went to Thalassa because someone recommended me, and back then I was thinking, yeah, I will move to other dive center after this, try one by one and see. But again, there is this feeling, I cannot really describe it what it is, but I feel it was like a bit like when you go to a new place, you feel like, oh, you are in the new place. But with Thalassa, whenever I reach Thalassa, I feel like, oh, okay, I'm at home. So, there is a comfort level and that. And again, because I'm very scared of the water still, I need that comfort level. And that is why I always come back to Thalassa. But again, if you ask me why this comfort level is building up over the years from 2017, I always come back, I think 18 to twice, 19 also twice. Then after COVID, because I already live very near here, so I've been doing like a lot of weekends divings. Again, why it is Thalassa? I just feel safe. That is my first reason. I feel safe. Like the guide in Thalassa, they always look back. Like they always check. Not only because I called them, even when I don't call them, they always like check from time to time. But when I did with the other, it's not very long experience with the other dive centers, but maybe 3 or 4 dive centers. None of them look back. And then I always have this feeling like I have to, look after myself, and that nobody under the water will look after me. Which is, I know as a diver, that's what we need to do. We have to be able to look after ourselves. And I believe Simon's already trained me well, that I know how to take care of myself. But it is very nice to have like a safety net. Like I know if somehow I forget to look after myself, then there is always someone who will look after me. Also, of course, it's always fun. Like it's just not just diving for me. It was like if we find frogfish, for example, and it's not. When the guide is happy, I'm also happy. It's like like we do a project together. It's not like just okay, this is frogfish, bye. That's not how the guide in Thalassa. Like when I'm happy, they're happy. I was so exciting finding something. Sometimes it's just like a very stupid thing. Like in I think this was in Bunaken. I found a little star in the wall, and I asked my guide, but next time I want to find the same star. It's nothing. It's just like a common little star, which is I think very common everywhere. But one day we were diving again together. We find the star, and I was jumping up and down. He was also jumping up and down. So it was like you're not diving with a guide, but you are diving with your friends. So that's why I keep coming back, I guess, because also not only want to dive and find something new, but also to dive with friends. Stay quiet. It's very quiet. Like okay, first is very quiet. Yeah, you heard some sound, but it's not an annoying sound. It's not high pitch. It's just very peaceful down there in terms of voice. A second is how to say. When you're diving, you only think about maybe other people thinks a lot of things, but for me, when I dive, the things that in my head is just remember, breathe, one, breathe. I'm just thinking about breathing. Yeah, now I'm also thinking about taking pictures and blah blah blah, but mostly I think about breathing. Then I don't think about other things. which is like I have a stressful job, I have a stressful life. That's how my brain works. It's think about the worst thing all the time. But down there, because I'm only thinking about breathing, and when I take picture, I was just how to focus this thing, So I don't have this stress in my head when I'm diving. That's why I need the dive every 4 weekends because my weekdays is stressful. So I have a cousins, the one that I took when she took open water with Thalassa. I took the advance. So she's more into photography than me, both underwater photography and just normal scenic photography. She has like some fancy cameras, and this is her hobby. So for me, I don't really have that kind of hobby. But when I decided to come to Lembe, well, and I try with doing things with GoPro, which is nothing there, like blur, just blur video, blur pictures. So my cousin said, why don't you buy, anyway, my GoPro already 5 years old, so it's time to upgrade your camera. So she recommend Olympus TG6. So I did not really, I'm not the kind of tech girl who, browse a lot of things. So my cousin said, this is what she recommends. So that is what I bought, TG6 Olympus, which is so far very nice. I don't think it's upgrading the camera. I just realized again because I have no idea about this underwater photography before. I thought by buying the camera, that's it. I can do any of the macro taking pictures. On the first dive, I went with this camera. I realized, oh, you need lights. I didn't know that I need lights. Sorry, again, I'm saying I don't know anything about underwater photography. So now, not upgrading the camera, but I will need to buy a tray with a strobe. Now, just something with easy lights that easy to use, because now I'm using just a torch, so it's very difficult, right hand holding torch and left hand, just very difficult. I would say this is not a hobby, this is a challenge. This is a challenge. Like, I think I've come maybe, I would say, rockfish, for example. It's not too small, it's quite big, but, the first time I took, I'm not happy with the quality. The second time, still not very happy. So it's a challenge to make it a better picture, basically. So then after that, I'm sure I will graduate to some smaller things, which is so many out there. Again, it's a challenge. Maybe not so much as a hobby. I enjoy, how to say, conquering a challenge. Like, I don't know, I just like to compete with myself, I guess. Definitely, like, lights. I try from here, from there. I know how to avoid shadow. Like, you cannot just put it on the top of your sub object, then apparently sometimes doesn't go well. So yeah, light. I think the most difficult things for me now is to find the correct lights. Like, how to, from where, like, from here, from there, just, and of course this thing sometimes moving, not everything like a nudie, just very nice, very easy to take picture of nudies because it doesn't move. But sometimes you have all this flying thing, all these moving things, and that kind of things is again challenge. Again, when I'm using GoPro, it catch color beautifully, like in a place like Bangka, Siladen. The color is just catch by the GoPro very nicely. So that's where I think we should go if you have like something like GoPro. Just make a video, not a picture, just a video. Very colorful, basically. The right sunny day, then it's very nice. In terms of macro diving, mac dives, well, because again, this is only my second weekend. Sorry, my second weekend with the camera. And yesterday we found mandarin fish. I know this is very like how to say typical of people going to Lembeh to find like mandarin fish, but it's very pretty. Just it's not very difficult to take a picture because it's quite big, not small. So that's we found it in Trikora, under somewhere near the pier. So it's a bit like it was a cloudy day, so we don't need to wait until sunset or because the fish came out, even though it's still our third dive. So it's just like about 2 p.m. something. So for the moment, that's it. But I'm very sure how to say when you do map dive, it's not like you do like in Bunaken, like one spot there, like Alung Banua, you have this cave, Fuku, you have this coral, molas, the wreck. It's not an object. How to say in when you do mac dive, it's just you can go to the same place. Like I think we already went to Air Bajo and Pantai Parigi so many, maybe 3-4 times, but we always find something different. So again, maybe because I'm just new here, but I have a feeling like you will not get bored when you go to Lembeh, because you may dive into the same spot again and again, but what you find is always different. And again, even though you find the same thing, because current sometimes different, light sometimes different, and the quality of the picture that you take will be different. So it's not boring because of that. I don't know this. So far, like my picture is not very good quality. Like today, like every day there is always like new favorite picture. So very difficult to say. Like today, we found an octopus inside of a bottle. So I really hope that I was so good at taking pictures, so I can take like when it come out from the bottle, I can take like step by step how it come up. But well, because I'm so bad, I took the first one when it start to come out, and then when the octopus already there outside, because in between I all blurred. See, I'm still bad, very bad. But I really like that kind of picture because it has a story. Like the octopus was in the bottle, we found the bottle. It was, fun. I don't know. I know that I want to take a lot of colorful pictures. So sometimes, like I know, like all these sandy, the fish who hide under the sand, they were like cool, and but it's going to be like a bit black or a bit white. It's not colorful because they are, they just copy the sand's colors. So I'm not really know the kind of holy grail that I have in mind, but yeah, just like I guess my holy grail is not about the object that I took, but the quality of the picture. I really want to have something that when I enlarge it, like with my phone, I make it very big and everything is sharp. Like I have 1 or 2 lucky shot like that, and that is my holy grail. Every time I go down, I really want to take at least one very good quality picture. Either it's lucky shot or I really, make a lot of effort, like taking 500 pictures, then find one good one. Well, I think you can stay in Bunaken 1 week and you stay in Lembeh, because again in Lembeh you can dive in the same many spots, but you can find different things. So I see just mac dive is like crazy people looking at the tiny little things in the gray sands, black sands. That's nothing. But just open your mind and you'll see that under all these gray sands, you will find like a lot of colors.
Oh, that
So
was amazing. That was amazing. You know,
that
at
was
one point I got
Vinnieke.
tears in my eyes. She is,
Why?
I don't know, she's just a fantastic person, and
Yeah, true.
the enthusiasm and making her pictures, and yeah, amazing.
And they're
And
good. They're good
very
pictures,
fun.
right?
Actually, these pictures were all made by Vinnieke.
Yes. Yeah, all of these are hers.
Wow, there
Yeah.
are some
Yeah.
amazing pictures there. And
Yeah.
yeah, Raymond also says, I'm not sure, I am for sure, no, I will not get bored diving in Lembe and Manado.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly. No, she took all this
also
herself,
Cindy said
and
that.
uh,
Yeah,
and
wow,
and
there's
she can
some of them
be.
are really nice.
Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah,
Look at this.
yeah, wow, little squat lobster of
Yeah.
kleine lobster. Wow, yeah, I'm so happy. Yeah, I'm. She makes me smile all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a person that touches your heart, really.
Exactly. Yeah. And
Yeah,
so yeah, I was very happy with the outcome. And she's very enthusiastic, and she went this morning. She went into the water with her upgrade, a strobe. So I'm curious to see what she's got on her SD card
mm,
this evening. They're
yes,
still going for a night dive today,
yeah,
but yeah,
wow,
I think it's an incredible story too, because I thought she was being funny the first time I met her, when she said, I'm actually afraid of water. I'm like, get out of
yeah,
here. You've done how many
yeah.
dives? And
But she
but
is
actually, she
actually
is she is afraid. So she's constantly conquering her fears, and yeah, that's inspiring stuff to say the least.
absolutely, and yeah, uh, here it's Fikri that really is very close to her, Fikri and Fendi, and
Yeah,
then and now in Lembe that's Irfan who takes care of her. And yeah, maybe a little touch for everybody. All those dive guides are originated from the school, so yeah,
exactly.
so yeah,
So
yeah, fantastic, yeah,
yeah, yeah, she did great with her Olympus TG6. Fantastic upgrade from her GoPro, and she always keeps saying that, like, how she doesn't understand how the camera works. She hates reading manuals. She just kind of tries it out and see what happens, and then these pictures turn out. And
mm,
like Cindy says, yeah, her Instagram photos are getting better and better, and yeah, it's quite
yeah,
funny. And actually, her good friend and cousin Danny, who before the pandemic would also visit. Uh, they're always like, she's always, oh, did you take any more beautiful pictures? What if you got this time? Like a little bit snarky,
yeah,
and a
exactly.
little
Yeah,
bit sarcastic, and but no, it's
I wonder if
yeah,
Vinnieke would be interested to do the course with Raymond.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because
I did ask her, yeah,
yeah, because we have some dates. Yeah,
yes, so
yeah.
far,
So
yeah,
yeah, for everybody that didn't follow that last week, but Raymond Wennekes, really very good photographer that helped us with our live streams a couple of weeks ago. He's coming to Manado and Lembe to do a workshop for everybody that wants to know a little bit more about photography or a lot more. Do macro, does macro stuff, but also the sugar on the cake or the cream on the cake, whatever you want, will be uh, the black water diving. So we will be sending out information over the next couple of months. Every
hmm
week, every 2 weeks, we will sending something out, and for now, the dates are planned around March 23.
Yeah.
So if you haven't made any plans yet for next year, maybe this is a good opportunity.
Yeah.
It would be
And the
fun.
course is for everybody who has a camera that is just a little bit more than a GoPro, right?
Yes.
So even if you have a compact, as long as you can take decent photos with it, this course is for you.
Yep.
And yeah, if you missed it, check out our live stream with Raymond. He seems to me, at least his lectures came across as very clear, and seems like a very fun course to follow.
Yes, I think so too. Yeah. Well, fantastic. And well, yeah, I think you were right. The connection stays on, right?
Never a dull day.
No. Well, from the front here, just a few very small updates. The 3 bungalows that were still under construction, they are nearing the end of their construction. They're painted. All 3 of them have the floors inside, and the contractor has started to put the windows in. So next week it's time for the air conditionings to be placed and the tables for the bathrooms. And I need to buy some toilets still. I bought
Important.
the lights. Yeah, kind of
Yeah.
important.
Yeah.
And I actually had a little bit of success with my fight with the electrical company, PLN.
Okay.
We will get our own distributing box there, so we don't have to compete with another 500 people to get our electricity in, which is a good thing actually, because that
Yeah.
would solve a lot of other problems automatically.
Yeah. So does
Um,
that also mean, and how you seen, by the way, does that also mean lower chance of brownouts or blackouts or?
well, if there is a blackout from the city or somebody damages the cable, then we still have the blackout. That is
Right.
unavoidable. But internally, we will have a stable electricity network, which is actually a lot less risky for chargers,
Yeah.
for anything that has any electronics in it, because that drives
Yeah.
me over the top at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah. You were. It was such a big problem. You almost were afraid you couldn't make it today, huh?
Yep. Yeah. I have been pretty busy this week.
Yeah.
And yeah, Monday we start with an extra water tank to make sure there's always enough water, and a second well. So that will start on Monday. So yeah, we're getting there.
Good.
Looking
Good.
forward to see Jose and Wim and Desiree, because they will be
Hmm.
the next guest coming over.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be fun, guys. We're
Yes,
we're going to make sure everyone is nicely pampered.
yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, we have a small coffee bar in the cafe now.
Oh, good. Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
next week.
We
Next
should,
week on
yeah,
that
we
day.
should show that next week. That would be awesome.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah.
And
Uh,
Jimmy told me he wants 2 coffee machines.
of course.
Of course, he wants one on the bar and he wants one down at the swimming pool, because one
Okay.
person asked for a coffee. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
That
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Uh-uh.
Paul is asking, how are the students from the school doing? Are they having
Yeah,
fun?
they're having a lot of fun. They have to adjust pretty much, and not everybody is equally good at that, because they
Hmm.
have spent 3 nights with their Indonesian buddy in the Indonesian houses with the Indonesian bathrooms and the Indonesian kitchens, and no
Yeah,
air
takes some getting used to.
conditioning, and yeah, so they had to get used to that. And believe it or not, because of some miscommunication from the school to us, at the moment we have 3 cars to Tangkoko today. Tangkoko is the wildlife reserve, with 26 people in 3 cars.
Okay.
They said they would come with 10, and then 16 showed up. And and they said, well, we still want to try. Well, okay. It's good
I
they
guess a
take the call.
Monadonese.
Yeah,
Yeah. And I guess a Monadonese never comes alone, huh?
definitely. But 6
Yeah.
extra. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. They had to mandi it up. No hot
Yeah.
water, no air conditioning. Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
It's a
It
completely
was
different world.
a little bit. Yeah. Oh, dit lustig niet. Oh, this is too spicy. Oh,
Oh, bless him.
yeah. But anyway, they have a lot of fun, and the kids from Tonkeina, from our school, they have a blast because with all the sports and the games and the activities, and today they could join the mermaid classes and the yoga, and for them to go to Tankoko, it's really really special. So even if the smaller kids are having a hard time, our kids having a blast of a time. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
So
imagine it being the other way around when the Monadonese kids are in Zwolle.
but okay, that also will be a shock. But
Yeah.
because they have been working in resorts with Western standards, with Western toilets, and the shock is probably not as big as the Dutch kids have now.
No, it's probably more of a weather shock.
Yeah, the weather definitely, and and also the way it's organized, things are organized, and I think they would be shocked by the luxury. Like you
Yeah.
have a dishwasher, right?
Yeah.
A
Yeah. And
wash
roads
the
that are nice
dishes,
and
you put
intact.
it in a box,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you have a supermarket, and when you get in there, you have everything. The supermarket is not half-hour drive; it's just around the corner. And
Yeah. Trains
yeah,
instead of just blue buses.
yeah, yep, and the tram, and
Yeah.
and there is internet everywhere, and when you you switch you turn the switch, you have lights, and you open the tap, you have water, always, right? Not sometimes.
Exactly.
So yeah,
So,
the kids
and Wim,
the kids are checking out on the 9th, very early morning. They have to get up at 4 o'clock because they are leaving at 5 to the airport. So that will be a culture shock too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's
I just it'll probably be an experience that will stay with them for a while at least, right?
and that was the whole idea behind it,
Yeah.
right? Learning about other cultures and being submerged in it, even if it's only 3 days. But at least you feel it. You don't know it, but you feel it. And
Sure.
and I think also kind of realization how good the students in Holland have it, actually, how luxury and how easy they have it in comparison with quite a few of the students here. Not everybody, some of them are pretty well off, but a lot of them, they are, in a a more, let's say, simple stage of life, right?
Yeah, you have to close the front door.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and the maximum of 4 people per car.
yeah. Not here. That's 16. Right.
Yeah.
And
Any videos of the kids?
yeah, my plan is to use that for the next week stream, and I have to collect all the photos and movies from everywhere to and then I have to get it to you so it can be edited, right?
Yeah.
But since we have cars going up and down almost on a daily basis, that should not be any problem.
I'll put the SD card with the driver.
Yes.
And Vim is taking their airplane back.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what was it? The Dayaks. Yep. In Kalimantan. Me too, but only one day. I didn't stay there. But the longhouses are also very interesting, actually.
Mm.
Very interesting.
So
Hey, did you know that in the old days the Dayaks were koppensnellers? They were they eat people.
I met somebody of another tribe when I was in Malaysian Borneo. What were they called? Something like the Masak. I'm not entirely sure, but they had these distinctive neck tattoos. They looked very badass.
But that's also Kalimantan. Yeah, this is Malaysian Borneo and Indonesian Borneo. Mm-mm. Yeah.
Thanks, Marion. I guess decent internet helps.
Yes, that helps.
That makes our lives a lot easier.
Yeah, that's absolutely less frustrating.
Mm-mm.
And the fact that, I think we have the hardest time behind us. I don't say that all the troubles are over. It's still, it's still not back to normal. But I think the hardest part is behind us now. So we can move on. We can continue going up, right?
Yeah.
And you, it's not only us. It's everybody here, and probably also everybody in Lembe that has now higher hopes of things going back to normal.
Yeah, for sure. Albert, Sonja, take care. Have a good weekend.
Dankjewel. Fijn weekend.
Yeah, Axel, you're right. The satellite is in the right place, apparently.
Yes. You know, I even considered to take a subscription to Starlink, honestly.
Mm.
Yeah, I have been trying that, Ernst, for 2.5 years, trying to keep that horizon in the front. Not always.
Surely with a couple of bumps in the road.
Yeah.
But the fact that we're now talking about with people here in the live stream that are, like Wim is saying here, we can't wait. You know, there's no better feeling than that at the moment, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I still want to create something here, like in Lembe. When you come back from the boat, the lobby is very open, and you can sit down together and have a drink and have a book. And with the dive center a little bit further away, I still have to find a way to get everybody in the cafe at the end of the dive day. Yeah.
That's some how do you say that? Entrepreneurial thinking.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Yeah. Maybe a deco beer. Mm.
A deco beer.
Yep.
Ook zo'n zin.
Me too. And you know what, Marion? I'm going diving on Monday. I hope I still know how to do it.
What? You're going diving?
Yeah, I have to take these kids for their open water dives.
What?
Right. Yeah. And because of the tide, it will be a long day, but they're going to do a beach cleanup on Siladen, and we're going to make a campfire to eat lunch, and they're going to do beach volleyball and all kinds of fun stuff. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea. And it's electric bikes.
Yeah, very good. Or maybe some light bikes.
Mountain bikes, something like that.
Yep. Yeah, we're looking forward to seeing you guys. I have 2 Japanese guests here. They are from Jakarta. I just met them this morning. Before I didn't have too much time, and they were diving all the time. they said they made 12 dives, and every single dive, they were absolutely, completely happy. And the water was crystal clear. It was a little bit cold, but there was a spotting of an oceanic manta. They had sharks all over the place. They had barracudas all over the place, schools with batfish. They were
Where did they
completely
go?
Yeah, Bunaken, around Bunaken.
Wow.
And
Manta.
this morning they didn't want to um, have less dives than what they expected. So they left this morning at 5 o'clock with the boat together with Fendi, and to make 3 dives. So they have to fly out tomorrow back to Jakarta. And they said they had amazing dives.
Nice. Uh-oh. Are we seeing the start of a connection issue? Let me just check. I should have enough data on my phone, at least. That should be okay. Mouth watering. Yeah, too right, Ernst. No, should be good. It's just that, yeah. So, what do you know? Just before the finish line, a little connection stumble. The water temperature, Raymond, should be on Lembe. The water temperature is slightly colder, but which is meaning between 26, 28 degrees, something like that. Yeah, we lost Simon. And in the Bunaka National Park, the temperature is like 2 degrees higher, like that, usually all throughout the year. So 26 degrees means cold here. Generally, a 3mm wetsuit is okay. Thank you, Dagmar. And Josine, I know what you mean, but I'm going to take it in any way possible. Thank you.
Yes, I'm back.
Yes, you're back.
Yeah,
On
actually,
the finish line.
yeah, on the finish line. Yeah, so yeah, they were absolutely completely happy with their whole stay here. Even it was only 4 days, they were very very happy. And Jalesa, who's now with you, she did a
Yeah,
cooking class here,
yeah.
and she was very
Oh, 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 oh. Ingrid, what are you going to do in Zeeland? Yeah, Axel, I have hardly ever seen. No, I've never seen mantas here. The biggest stuff I've seen here are pilot whales, and then only from the surface. I saw one underwater, but only for a split second before it dove like a supersonic submarine, and then I lost it. I thought I could snorkel my way to it, but no, it was gone very quickly. And Paul Yvonne, fine weekend, guys. Have a great one. Okay, yeah, Josine, if you tend to be a little bit colder. Oh, nice. Looking for sepia, cuttlefish. For sure, Jean and Rob. You guys take it easy. I will just allow. Thank you, Ernst. Yeah, this is so much better than last week, even though we lost Simone at the moment, and she's back again.
yes, and just in time to say goodbye, I think, because
Yeah, have a great weekend.
have a very beautiful weekend, everybody. And yeah, nice weather.
See you all next
Bye,
week.
guys. See you next
Bye-bye.
week. Bye bye.